This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday evening, June 16th. I'm James Spann. The weather stays nice and quiet through midweek. Maybe some changes late in the weekend or early next week. Let's go in there and take a look. This is the Skycam network. We'll start with a view coming from Birmingham, looking south, high top the Daniel Building. A partly sunny afternoon. Got some scattered cumulus clouds, but so far very few of those have developed into showers. The warm air aloft helping to cap those off today. That's coming from Haleyville, very similar sky in northwest Alabama's Winston County. And doesn't that look nice? The Alabama Gulf Coast, a bright sunny day if you're beach bound this week. Sunny days, fair nights through the weekend with only isolated storms about. Got an upper ridge here across the deep south, keeping us mostly high and dry. Nice trough out west that will be progressing east, and with time that will dent down the ridge a little bit. Late this week and maybe over the weekend with a slight increase in the number of showers and storms by then. But today, not much happening over North Alabama, basically nothing. That's at 2:59. Had a couple of showers over Greene and Sumter counties in West Alabama. Thunderstorms between Luverne and Troy in South Alabama, and that's about it. Those fade away once the sun goes down later this evening. Temperatures mostly in the upper 80s. You know, the models are way too hot. They're thinking low and mid-90s, but they don't know about the good soil moisture. If you watch these videos, you know about that. That tends to limit the warmth, so instead of low and mid-90s, we've got mostly upper 80s, Birmingham at 88. We'll see numbers slowly creeping up in coming days, but the heat's not going to run away from us. And around the nation, the coolest air in the country is in the northwest. With that trough, temperatures are seasonal. Over the east, pretty warm. Up on the watch warning map, red flag warnings for a number of western states for wildfire danger. And up north, a tornado watch for parts of Iowa and Minnesota. Until 8 o'clock tonight, we have a moderate risk of severe weather in that general zone with a slight risk surrounding that. Tomorrow, a slight risk of severe weather from the high plains to the Great Lakes. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, a severe weather risk again from the high plains over through the Great Lakes into parts of Pennsylvania. Rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning. Not a lot. Amounts suggesting here about 1/10 of an inch. The heavier totals down to the south. And the tropics remain very quiet. Tropical storm formation not expected this week. Take a look at the GFS, the Global Forecast System, valid tomorrow afternoon at 1. That upper high right on top of us. And that should mean a mostly dry day. Again, could there be a shower? Yes. The chance of rain, not zero, but most of you will be dry. The models are in the mid-90s. We need to knock 5 degrees off of that. Because of the soil moisture, the high should be closer to 90 in most spots. Wednesday, still mostly hot and dry with low 90s, only a slight chance of a shower. Really the same thing on Thursday. The ridge stays in place. And Friday, that trough that's been over the northwest will try and beat the ridge down a little bit, but this is still showing no major change. A good deal of sunshine with only a small chance of any one spot getting an afternoon shower. Bottom line is it just doesn't look like a lot of change for the rest of this week. What about the weekend? Well, this is Saturday, and the upper high is still on top of us, and if that's right, it's not going to rain much. There could be a few scattered afternoon showers around, but probably not many. And this is Sunday, maybe a slight bump in the number of afternoon storms, but it's going to be hard to discern day-to-day changes this far in advance. We'll just go with a standard summer formula. Partly sunny, widely scattered afternoon storms. Highs for the weekend around 90. And a week from today, got a surface boundary coming in from the north, and that could bring an increase in the number of showers and storms, with highs possibly dropping back into the upper 80s. That's on June the 23rd. We'll check the end of the forecast, July the 2nd, almost to Independence Day. And that looks pretty much like July, ridging all across the eastern half of the nation. Little weakness here, maybe a few scattered storms, but again, the weather, if that's right, would be relatively quiet. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can, catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.